first start this test, you're gonna have some part at the front of this bus. First thing you need to do, step back as you're walking up to the bus. Check the ground, make sure I don't have any leaks, which will indicate I have a power steering or a washer fluid leak. Make sure my bus is not leaning to the left or right, which will indicate a suspension issue. In that order. Say it like that. You walk up to the bus. Start at the top. I have my clearance lights up top, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. My head sign, proper amount secured to the vehicle, properly sealed, working properly. My windshield, checking my windshield, make sure my windshield is secured, properly sealed, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Passenger side windshield, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Wiper arm, my wiper arm, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. My wiper blade is not cut, frayed, or worn. This side, wiper arm, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Wiper blade, not cut, frayed, or worn. Bike rack, is proper amount secured to the vehicle. Working properly. My bumper on my bus is proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts, proper amount and secured to the vehicle. Right here, got high beam, low beam, proper amount secured to the vehicle, no signs of any condensation, not missing any nuts or bolts, clear in color. Right here, left side dual function, turn signal four-way flasher, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Clearance light, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Got my side wiper on, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Wiper blade, not cut, frayed, or worn. And also, for these wiper blades, flush to the window. Driver side mirror, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Not missing any nuts or bolts. Come over here. Checking my low beam, my high beam, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. You cannot see nuts or bolts, but they're in there. They're behind it.
All right, I understand. So high beam and low beam.
Low beam, high beam.
Low beam, high. Okay, right.
No signs of any condensation. Clear in color. Curbside signal, dual function, four-way flasher, signal, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Got your clearance light right here. Clearance light right here. Amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Side window, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged. You would say the same thing for that window over there. But you will be over there at that window. Don't say one thing and think it's gonna count for your drink, because it's not. Curbside wiper on, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Wiper blade, not cut, frayed, or worn, flush to the window. Curbside mirror, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Glass in the mirror, not cracked, broken, or damaged. No stickers obstructing my view. Some things you're gonna say a couple times. Did I miss anything on the front?
Washer fluid.
There you go. Thank you. Washer fluid. You add washer fluid right here. That's how I know if you're paying attention, because I'm gonna miss stuff and I'm gonna ask what did I miss on purpose. That's where you add your washer fluid at. I said destination sign. I said that after I finished the lights. Alright, so coming over here. You got your top clearance light, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Don't worry about the camera, that's an add-on. You ain't gotta worry about that. So now, we're gonna go to your door. My door opens and closes smoothly. The weather stripping is sealed properly. No air going in and out of the door. My hinges, I got 4 hinges. Make sure my hinges are proper amount secured to the vehicle. If you need grease, they're properly greased, not missing any nuts or bolts for your door. And I did say it opens and closes smoothly. So, right here, you got a door light, clear in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Got a curbside signal, four-way flasher, dual function, amber in color, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Kneeling light, proper amount secured to the vehicle, amber in color. It's really not no screws in there, it just sticks in, they can pull that out. Wheel well cover, proper amount secured to the vehicle, not cut, frayed, or damaged, and it's not loose. So this part here, after you get here, this, whether you on this side of the, you get this side of the bus or you get that side of the bus. That steering linkage gotta be said. Because you might get that side, but so for the steering linkage, and I'm gonna read this what it says in the book. So the steering linkage, you're gonna follow the steering linkage down, checking the links. Make sure the links are properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, or bent, not missing nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. You're gonna follow that down to your steering box. The steering box, you're gonna check the steering box, make sure it's securely mounted, not leaking, not missing any nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. You're gonna also, from the steering box, you're gonna check the steering hoses. Make sure the hoses are not cut, frayed, or worn, or leaking. So from the steering box, that's when you go into the steering arms. Your arms come out to your tires. You're gonna check the arms, make sure the arms are not cracked, broken, or damaged, not missing any nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. If you don't know what a cotter key is, it's a little round thing with the little key sticking. Yeah, and it opens up when it's on the other end. Yeah. Yep. So from the steering arms, you make sure they're not cracked, bent, or damaged, not missing nuts, bolts, or cotter keys. That's all you say for that. And my opinion, honestly, since you already backed there behind the tire with that, keep it that way. Just come out. The last thing you should say is this. Now, if you've been working on another way, but if you back there, stay back there. Get everything that's back there. So, behind this tire, first thing you're gonna check. This bus does not have springs and torsion arms, but you have to say, this bus doesn't have it. But if it did, I would check to make sure I don't have any missing, shifted, cracked, or broken leaf springs, or broken or distorted coil springs. You have to say that. This bus don't have it, but you would say if it had, I would check. Because trust me, they've been getting technical. So, yeah, they've been getting technical. This bus mounts. You're gonna look for cracked, broken spring hangers, or damaged bushes, broken loose, or missing bolts on U-bolts. Gotta say it. Bus don't have U-bolts, but you still gotta say it. You tell them the bus don't have it, but if it did, I would check. That's what they want to hear. That's what we're going to give them. We're going to get detailed with them. We're going to get to the point where they're going to make you stop. I can promise you that. So we're going to call out every damn thing. We just going to say it ain't there. So from there, you go into your shock absorbers, which right over there. The little bar, the shock absorber. You're going to check your shock absorber, make sure the shock absorbers are secured. Proper amount secured, not missing any nuts or bolts, and it's not leaking. For the record, the shock absorbers can't leak. There's nothing in it to leak. Right. But they say not leaking. We gonna say not leaking. Right. So then you go into your braking system. You got your slack adjuster. You're gonna look for no missing for your slack adjuster, no broken, loose, or missing parts. Right. No more than 1 inch of play when pulled by hand with brake released. Slack adjuster. Brake chamber, which is the chamber behind the tire. Right. Brake chamber, you're gonna make sure the brake chamber is properly mounted secured. You get a lot of stuff you can't see.
Yeah, not broken, cracked.
Yeah, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not leaking. Because brake chamber can leak air. Your brake lines and hoses, you're gonna check your brake lines and hoses. Make sure they're properly mounted secured. Which, when they say properly mounted secured, they don't have any, but they're secured to the wall of the bus or the axle. You're gonna make sure that's properly mounted secure, not leaking or cut or frayed for your brake lines. Your brake drum. You're gonna check your brake drum, which you see part of it right here. You're gonna check make sure there's no cracks, dents, or holes, and loose or missing bolts for your brake drum. Inside your brake drum, you have your brake lining. Your brake liner should not be worn dangerously thin. Hold on. How would the brake drum be worn thin? Oh, that's brake line. Okay.
Brake line, but that's when you know, like sometimes when that's drum, you get your tire changed, and they keep cutting it and spinning it and spinning it, and thin it out, you end up needing new. So that's
So you make sure your brake line is not worn dangerously thin, no contaminants such as debris or oil or grease in your brake lining, which is inside your brake drum. So basically, you hit them at the same time. When you go to brake drum, you hit the brake lining. So that's everything behind the tire, which is actually not much back there. They're showing this shit up. They're showing this up a lot. So then you go into your tire, which when you get to this part, this is where you can, you know, you want to start with your rim, whatever, but make sure you get an order going in. So start with the rim. Actually, I start with the hub seal. You check your hub seal, make sure your hub seal is not leaking. No broken seal, all the nuts on it is tight, which you will be touching each one of them, make sure it's not leaking. Then you'll go to your lug nuts, checking every lug nut, which with these on there, it ain't gonna move, but still, you touching each one, make sure your lug nuts are tight, no signs of any rust or shining spots, which will indicate looseness. Then you go into your rim, you'll check your rim all the way around, make sure it's properly secured, fastened to the tire, no cracks, breaks, or illegal wells in your rim. You go into your tire wall, what is it? ABC.
No abrasions, bulges, or cuts.
There you go. That's what you're checking for your tire wall. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. I forgot something on the rim. Your valve stem. You're gonna check your valve stem, make sure it's capped. You would check your air pressure right here with a tire pressure gauge. Your tire pressure for the front tire should be at 120. Also, you check the valve stem, make sure it's not leaking and it's properly mounted secure to the vehicle. Next, tread depth. Tread depth. There you go. Tread depth in the front for 30 seconds, evenly worn all the way around. And guess what? That's it for the front. So as you coming back, when you finish this front tire, also this right here, mud flap. Mud flap, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts, not cut, freight, or worn.
Yeah, I didn't mention that one.
So as you're coming back, you're gonna check every window touching them. The window touching each one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Thank you. You're gonna touch each one.
7.
You're gonna touch each window, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, sealed properly. Curbside head sign, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, working properly. You're gonna come back and touch this window, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, sealed properly. Also, you're gonna be touching, you know, your bus. Make sure, yeah, your panels on your bus. That's a speaker right there, if they ask, because that's an add-on too, really. Checking your other window, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, properly sealed. Checking all your panels as you go down, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, properly sealed, no dents or damages to that. Window, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, properly sealed.
It's air.
Shouldn't be no leak down there.
Shouldn't be doing that shit. Alright, down here, you got your clearance light. Properly mounted secure to the vehicle, amber in color, not missing any nuts or bolts. Rear door light, clear in color, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolts. Right here, back door. Now you're gonna say this back door twice. Inside and out. Just like the front. You're gonna check your back door, all the window panels, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, properly sealed. Your weather stripping, properly sealed, not letting any air in or out, not cut, freight, or worn for your weather stripping. This bus does have hinges, but they're on the inside. If I can see it from the outside, I will check to make sure all 4 hinges properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not missing any nuts or bolt, and if need grease, it's properly greased for your rear door. And it opens and closes properly, even though you ain't gonna be able to do it, but you just tell them that. Other rear door light, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, clear in color. You got another window, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, properly sealed all the way around. All right, right here, fuel access door. You're gonna come here, open the door, tell them you're gonna check your fuel tank, make sure your fuel tank, all straps are properly mounted secured, not broken, your fuel cap properly sealed, and your fuel tank is not leaking. And you will smell around and make sure you don't smell any fuel. You will say all of that for this fuel tank. Curbside, 4-way flasher. Curbside blinker, dual function, 4-way flasher. Signal light, amber in color, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Window, same as all the rest of them, properly mounted secure to the vehicle. You're gonna get tired of saying this stuff. Properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, sealed all the way around. Rear, the rear, just like the front. Everything you said up there, you're gonna say back here. You're gonna add a couple things back here. You got, first you're gonna do your wheel well cover, properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cut, broken, or damaged, not cut or frayed. If you had the wheel well, just go ahead and cover mud flap. Properly mounted secure to the vehicle, not cut, frayed, or worn. Properly mounted secure, not missing any nuts or bolts. So back here, everything just like the front, but you have 2 tires and 2 rims. So for your tire, for behind the tire, it's gonna be just like the front. You're gonna check your slack adjuster, brake chamber, brake lines and hoses, brake drums, and brake liner, just like you did in the front. What you're gonna add back here is, but when you say the tread depth, which should be what in the rear?
232.
230 seconds in the rear. You're gonna check to make sure for 2 tires. When you check your rim, 2 rims.
Yeah.
And you will say the same thing, just like the tire wall. Abrasion bolt, no abrasion bolts and cups. Spacers is what you're gonna add back here. You check your spacer to make sure it's spaced evenly, no foreign objects or debris in your spacer. Also back here, you're gonna add the frame of the bus. The frame, don't come over here, the frame over here. You will get down on the ground, tell them you're checking your frame, make sure you don't see any cracks, it's not cracked, dented, damaged, shifted, or any broken wheels in your frame. Also right there in the middle, there you go, drive shaft. You're gonna check your drive shaft, make sure your drive shaft properly mount secured, not missing any nuts, bolts, or cotter pins, and it's not cracked, broken, dented. What the hell I was gonna say? Bent. It's not bent for your drive shaft. That's all you're gonna add back here. You're gonna say everything from the front, but you're gonna add those things. Spacers, frame, drive shaft. Those are important. Each one of those are a point by themselves. And you're gonna add the spacer. You got your hub seal back here, you got your lug nuts, 2 rims, 2 tires. Everything like you said in the front, you're gonna say in the back. Y'all got that? Any questions?
For each tire, you say for each tire.
Yeah, each tire.
Each tire.
You can tell them I'm gonna check my tread depth in this tire and that tire.
Right.
You're gonna tell them check my tire wall for this tire and that tire. My rim, this rim and that rim, what you checking. Say it just like that. But don't just say this tire think they're gonna give you credit for the no help. You need to say I'm checking this tire wall and that tire wall. Both of them. So as you come on back, another fuel tank. Well, this is actually diesel exhaust fluid, but you know, same thing. You tell them, sniff around, make sure you don't smell anything. Tank is properly mounted secured to the vehicle. Cap is tight and not leaking. That's what you say for that. So you check this panel, make sure it's properly mounted secured. Your last window in the back, make sure it's properly mounted secured, not cracked, broken, and damaged, sealed all the way around. Back here is where your clearance lights become red. For clearance light red in color, properly mounted secured to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not missing any nuts or bolts. DOT reflector, red in color, properly mounted secured to the vehicle, not cracked, broken, or damaged, not missing any nuts or bolts. All right, so we're gonna come to the back of the bus. Back of the bus, top up here. You all right, Deidre? You good? Yep. Top of the bus. You need to book. Well, this will be. Pause y'all stuff for a second. Don't drop the phone, though, so.